All right. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? I am here for, I think it's the 15th or 16th Biweekly Reader, and I have some stuff to talk about. So, a couple of plans have changed around, and I am very excited to talk about not only that, but everything I've read in the past week or so, because I have not, I've been eating good. Man, this past week has been good reading. So, I'm going to go ahead and start it off and talk about Sarantine Mosaic. I think that's the properly, yep. Man, so I love sailing to Sarantium. I really enjoyed it, but compared to the end of Lord of Emperors, like the back half of Lord of Emperors, I I'm speechless. I'm so serious. This is very clearly one book. These are two parts to one whole story, and this is one of the best stories I've ever read. Like, this is top of the line. This is like top 10 easily. Yes, absolutely, because holy shit, Lord of Emperors is this beautiful masterclass in character writing, in how do I say this? In containing grief. It is a masterclass in mourning and art, and it puts all these together, these themes of the importance of art in our stories, and the importance of mourning and grief, and the inevitability of death, the inevitability that we are small and insignificant creatures, and yet, even so, there are aspects to our insignificance that make us powerful, in the fact that everything we do is finite, in that our art is so of our time. It is so emotional. It is from our core. That is what art comes from. And that we pour our life history into our art. It is truly a special story. The ending to this book remains in my heart even a couple days. Like, I saying this a couple days later, but I guarantee you, come 4 months later, 5 months later, come a year later, come 2 years later, come 3 years later, I'm still going to remember this ending very vividly. And I think that is something that GGK consistently does very well. With A Song for Our Bond, I remember the ending very vividly. I may not remember the last scene. This one I will remember. The last scene of this book, I'm remembering it. But for A Song for Our Bond, I vividly remember aspects of that ending, because he's just so thoroughly hits it on the head. He makes these climaxes so brilliantly. Like, so many aspects. There are moments, scenes, all throughout the ending sequence that just are burned into your soul. Lines that just change everything. The name here, like, there's a line here, and I'm not going to spoil that phrase. I'm not going to spoil the quote. It's so brilliant. I love it so much. But it made so clear who the Lord of Emperors is. And I don't know why, but I never put it together before, because I thought it was someone completely different. But when it was said, this one line made everything completely clear. And I'm like, oh my god, how did I miss it? How did I ever think that the Lord of Emperors was not who it was. It's so clear. And I didn't even talk about the religious aspect of this book. The religious aspect is so brilliant and so well done. I'm in awe of GGK's ability and masterful writing skill to pull this off, this wonderful narrative from all these different points of view and bring them all together in this 800-page epic. It is an epic, but even though it's an epic, don't go in expecting bombastic dragons and fires and war. It's a drama. That's what it is at the end of the day. This book is a drama. It is a character drama. It is about the heart and the soul. It is, I want to say, an internal dialogue. It is a dialogue between people and the nature of how religion should be represented, in how grief should be handled. Oh my God, it is brilliant. Like 5 stars, just give it to me. Like, oh, Lord of Emperors is brilliant. It is impeccable. It is stunning and beautiful and heartbreaking and heartwarming and all those things in one. I want dolphins. How about that? Dolphins. Are you happy now? If you read the book, you know exactly what that means and why that is such a beautiful line. Oh, what a good book! I can't stop thinking about it. It's such a good book. This book is just not leaving my brain. It's not leaving my soul. It's just sticking there. It's like it's leeched on, and I can't let go, and it won't let me go. It's so good. Oh, man. What a good book. What a great book. What a phenomenal book. What a splendid book. I don't have the words. Oh, man. I gotta make a video on it, too. I've already, so what I've been doing with videos now is I've been writing notes down and examples. And so there will be an in-depth analysis of certain aspects of this book. I'm just refining it, so you know something that has finally been refined. So I'm going to call these my notes for any given video, because I'm going to have them from now on, because I want my arguments to be much more refined, and I want to articulate myself well enough so that you understand and I have a good, proper argument, and I think just it will help with the flow of videos. And so, because creating a video and creating a video essay is it's what I love most about having a YouTube channel. It's why so few videos have been coming out. I want to refine. I'm a perfectionist here. When it comes to what I love, I am nothing short of a perfectionist. When I enjoy something, screw it. I am being perfect. I am getting it to the point that I like, that I am happy with. Sure, I'm not going to try and make it perfect to that point, but I will make it as good as I can, and then when I've decided this is as good as I can get it within a certain time frame, I'm happy with that. And because I don't have a cap on my time frame, and I've also been busy, I've been doing whatever I want with it. So there will be a Sarantine Mosaic video going in depth on certain aspects of the theme, because, oh my God, this is such a good duology. If you haven't read the Sarantine Mosaic, fix that. I'm so serious. Just go fix it. I don't care what the fuck you're reading. Drop it. If you haven't read it, drop it right now and start the Sarantine Mosaic. I don't care. Oh, but I'm so serious. Read this series. Read this duology. It's 2 books. Each of them about 400 pages. This was 430. This was 420, something like that. 440. Though, admittedly, the font size in this one is a little smaller, so I think the official one tends to be 500 pages. Or this is official. I don't know what I'm talking about. Different editions tend to have about 500 pages for this book. But, brilliant book. I can't talk about it enough, so I'll stop talking about it now. Otherwise, I will just keep going. So this will have its own individual video, not a review, an analysis. So this is pretty much love as you're going to get out of me, which is a lot, by the way. I don't know if you could tell. As I've been geeking out about how much I love the Sarantine Mosaic. All right, so what else have I been reading? I also read Empire of the Damned. The reason I never finished Empire of the Damned, and I'm going to finish it in the next week or so, is because oh my god, what is the word? Oh yeah, Lord of Emperors was a buddy read, and I'd had it scheduled, so it's a buddy read with Sid, Professional Bookworm. And I had a great time with it. He's an awesome guy to buddy read with, so I was reading Empire of the Damned before that, but I just been so busy that I didn't get the chance to finish Empire of the Damned. So hopefully I can finish that somewhat soon. And the first 50 pages, though, which is where I got, were definitely fun. I don't know. I don't know what I think of Empire of the Damned quite yet, but I will be getting through it very soon. Now, what I did pick up right after Lord of Emperors, admittedly, was Kheld King. So I know I said I would read Hidden City, but I'll get to what's going on with Hidden City in a moment. Kheld King, which is the sequel to Sordanian, by the way, is so good. Oh my god! The problem with making this video is that I had to stop reading Kheld King. That's not a joke. I was reading Kheld King up until the moment I said, "Oh shit! I have a couple things I need and want to record. I have to record the Biweekly Reader. I have to record one other thing for the great Jake from Nerd Level Rising." And so, definitely need to get to recording that, because that's actually very exciting. I'm very, very excited for recording that, but you'll see what it is soon. Just wait. You gotta hold off. Now, for Kheld King, I'm having such a good time. The politics are just, it's like I told you. This is the most amazing, well thought out politicking I've ever read, I think. Maybe aside from Game of Thrones. But the economy here is so well thought out. And I have no idea why. But I love knowing about trade. It's weird. I'm so serious. I love knowing trade. It's not trade routes, but like trade relations between countries. I think learning and knowing about the economy and how each different country pushes and pulls on each other, and that's in the real world too, by the way, I really enjoy that. I really enjoy that so much for some weird reason. I could never tell you why, but I really enjoy it. And so in this book, getting to see some of those little nuances about trade, trade embargoes, and how you have to work around trade embargoes is so interesting. I really, really like that. But also the political scheming, the betrayals, all that stuff is just so good. And I don't know if I mentioned this before when I mentioned Kheld King last time, but because I'd been reading a little bit of it before. Now, what I really liked about Kheld King was that at the very start, and I didn't really realize it, is we really start to bring in the importance of the events of Book 1. The events of Book 1 are so important, and I had no idea how important they were. But now I understand what was going on at the end of Book 1. I was confused out of my fucking mind with that ending. But with this book, as we unfold everything, we also start to understand all the events that were happening towards the end of Book 1. And I am loving that. You just get a little bit more recollection. You get a bit more recontextualization. That's the word I'm looking for. And so, I mean, man, I'm so excited for Kheld King to see where this goes and where the story goes. And actually, I need to pull this off the shelf. Oh, sorry for the ruining of my background, but got a book from L.L. Stevens herself, Godspear, which is book 4 in the series. This is actually the book in the series that put the series on my radar. It's not why I started reading it, but it is the book that made me notice the series. And so I won a giveaway, and she gave me the books. She signed it and all that. I'm so happy about it. I really, really am grateful. And then she gave me a bunch of beautiful, beautiful art cards. I don't know if you can see those. Yes, you can. Like those, everything over there, those are art cards she sent me. And oh my god, they're beautiful, aren't they? Especially those 4 in the middle. I can't remember the name of that artist. I'm so sorry. But beautiful, beautiful art. And I love this cover. This is probably my favorite cover of the entire series. And so I'm so grateful that she gave this book to me. I cannot wait to continue the series. So I want to be caught up by the time the final book in the series, The Real Lord, is coming out, and I believe next April. So the current plan with this series is probably just going to be book 2 here in October, book 3 sometime in November or December. So we'll see when that plans out. And that should be, so that is The Second Stone. I've already ordered it. It should be arriving later this week. And I'm very excited to see that book too. And then I think January, I'll read Godspear. And then in February or March, I will read The Walled City, which is I think it's the 5th book. Yes, it is the 5th book in the series and the penultimate installment of the whole thing. So I'm very, very excited to see where this whole series will take me, because I've heard nothing but praise for the latter, for all the books I haven't read, and getting to experience it is something I'm very excited for. Though, admittedly, I got spoiled on the ending of Kheld King. I'm very pissed about this. And it was all my fault. It was no one else's fault. I read the synopsis for book 3, like the very first goddamn sentence, and I went, shit! Like, because I saw on the cover, it said something. I'm like, oh, really? So I went to go read the synopsis like a dumbass. And then first sentence is a major spoiler for book 2. And I go, oh, fuck, god damn it. I was so pissed. So that's about it for what I have read. Now, for Hidden City, just to tell you what's going on with Hidden City, my plan is just to slowly read through this one. I actually got a Kindle for my birthday. I'm loving that. So what I do is I'll read things here and there on my Kindle. And so what I was doing was I was reading Kheld King on my Kindle from time to time. So now it's going to be The Hidden City from time to time, which I'm very excited to do anyways. So that this will be like my smaller on the side read. And I'm just very excited for that. Now, you know what I'm more excited for? Ah, god damn it, I forgot a book. Oh, well. After Kheld King, I will be reading Song of the Mysteries. I mean, first off, look at this honker. Look at this badass. This beautiful baby is about 800 pages of Janny Wirt's prose. You're probably hearing, oh, 800 pages? That's probably not too bad. You naive child. No. This is 800 pages of Janny Wirt's prose. This will not take me, like, most other books, I could probably get 100 pages a day. 100 pages a day for Janny Wirtz? Anybody who can do that is what I call a madman and a genius. Like, Their brains must be running at about 1,000% capacity in order to comprehend everything that's going on in a Jenny Wirtz book, especially in the latter half of the series, and read 100 pages a day. What? A chapter or two, maybe. 100 pages a day? That's like 3 chapters. How? Now, first off, before I start talking about the book series, I want to talk about, or before I start talking about the actual book, I just want to say thank you so much to Jenny Wirtz for giving me the first, I think it's the first 7 books. Actually, no, it was books 4 through 7. I am super, super grateful, and as you can see, I'm displaying... Oh, no! You can't see some of those! Oh, damn it! I'm gonna make sure it's more angled up from now on. That sucks. I'm actually kind of pissed off about that. But up here, if you can't see it, is my collection of The Wars of Light and Shadow, except for Curse of the Mistwraith. That is in a different room. Actually, my mom has it in her drawer, and I've been telling her to read it, but she hasn't been reading it. Oh, well. That's besides the point. I am super grateful for that. And not only that, but the story itself. No matter how this final book pans out, this is one of the best stories of all time. Bar none. And if you are willing to give it a shot, give it a shot. And if it doesn't work out the first time, I implore you, keep trying from time to time. Because this series is truly something special. With the ending of Destiny's Conflict, which was book 10 of the series, I was in awe. Wow. Like, wow. What, how can I talk about this? How can I talk about this series? And I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea. If I'm going to talk about it, I feel like a review is an injustice. Like, one of my reviews wouldn't properly do it justice. So, if you want to hear proper discussion about all those things, you've probably seen it already around BookTube, but go watch the huge discussions that they've been having by John from Talking Story and all those, because, man, those are absolutely fantastic. And I actually need to catch up on so many BookTube things because I'm finally free of working on a bunch of applications. I finally finished it recently, so I'm scot-free. It's beautiful. You have no idea how wonderful it is to feel that, but that's besides the point. I'm so excited to read Song of the Mysteries. This is going to be a ride like none other. I guarantee it. And I know that when I read this book, it's going to just be beautiful. It's going to be stunning. It's going to be brilliant. And I cannot wait to experience the end of this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Because that's what Wars of Light and Shadow is. I am so excited, and I will reread this series one day. Not anytime soon, I guarantee that. But once I finish this book, I don't know what I'm. I say that not knowing anything about what I'm gonna feel when I finish this book, and I'm very excited for that. I've heard that the ending is brilliant, which is, it's par for the course with Jenny Wirtz. Of course, it's brilliant. It's Jenny Wirtz. And this is going to be... I really have no idea where all these storylines are going. I have no idea where they're going to end. How are they going to end in this last book? I'm so excited. And I cannot wait to read it. I'm going to take my time with this one. So probably 1 to 2 chapters a day. 2 chapters if I'm lucky, but 1 chapter a day because I really want to savor. I really want to savor, excuse me, this entire story, this entire experience. And so that's all I got to say. Song of the Mysteries is up next. That is what is happening after Kheld King. So, because I also, by the way, the reason I'm starting it now is like, I have this huge end of the year run, and I didn't realize how much time that's probably going to take up. So, I got to start now. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do it. So, if you don't remember, my end of the year run is going to be Song of the Mysteries. And so I pulled it out just in case. Dragonbone Chair. So that's going to be another book that I am super, super duper excited to read because, I mean, it inspired Game of Thrones, it inspired Robin Hobb, it inspired modern day fantasy pretty much. And so I'm super excited to check out this series. And I know Chance Dillon said that it's a brilliant series and it's one of his favorites. So, I mean, hell yeah. If it has Chance's stamp of approval, what else can I do but be excited? So, this will be what I read after Song of the Mysteries. I don't really expect to be reading this in the next Biweekly Reader. By the next Biweekly Reader, I expect to probably be reading it in the interval after that, but not before. So I am super excited to check this out. But, so it's coming close, isn't it? So it's October. You're going to see one more Biweekly Reader before I get the opportunity to go to the Shadows Upon Time release gala. I'm super duper excited for that. And of course, that's part of my end of the year stretch. So as I was telling you earlier, my end of the year stretch is Song of the Mysteries, Dragonbone Chair, Shadows Upon Time, and Malazan Gardens of the Moon. So it's just going to be banger after banger after banger. And then, if I can squeeze in time, so there's also a buddy read in there. I'll tell you about that later once I get to that point. But for now, I am going to be throwing in, if I can, Speaking Bones. If I can reach Speaking Bones by the end of the year, Chef's Kiss, beautiful, wonderful. Oh my god, one insane stretch. If I cannot, touche. That's all fine and good. I got no problem with that. I've had one hell of a year, so I'm chilling. Anyways, that is about all I have for today, except for just a couple video update plans. Next, hopefully, by the end of this week, I can get my Perils of the Past full review out. And then soon, I also want to wrap up Silver Crystal, so I've been nicking away at that as well. And oh my god. And then, of course, get a video review out for those two books, because I do want to spotlight these indie books. And next week, I'm hoping to finally, I know I've been talking about this for weeks, get my, well, oh my god, what's it called? Son of a bitch! My long series, like why you should read long series video. I'm very excited to get that out. So, that is about all I have to say for today. I hope you all have had an absolutely fantastic day, a fantastic week, and I want to know, what have you guys been reading? What have you guys been up to? What do you think of the books that I have read or am going to read? Have you read any of the books that I have read or am going to read? I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. I cannot wait to read these series. And I will see you all next time.